I want to talk about the personal impact to Donald Trump just a little bit. As we know now, he is a convicted felon. I want to talk about how this impacts his bank account because he faced a cash crunch months ago due to owing millions in his civil fraud case. What does this do to his net worth?
Virtually nothing. Donald Trump is not footing his own legal expenses right now. That's coming in through, mom and pop campaign donors all over the country who are supporting his political efforts, and then those political operations are in turn paying his lawyers. The amount of money involved in this case was shockingly small. Remember, this boils down to an $130,000 payment from a guy worth billions of dollars. For all of the gravity and magnitude of this decision, it's amazing that it took so little, a transaction with so little money involved, to yield the first criminal convictions of a former president of the United States. The financial impact of this case is much less significant than the financial impact of the the civil fraud case that he was on trial for last fall, and ultimately in which a decision was made against him early this year, fining him more than $450 million.
So let's talk about what's next. Sentencing is July 11th, right before the RNC. His team has indicated that they will appeal. So, how is this process going to play out, especially with a presidential election as the backdrop?
There's no precedent. Nobody knows. I mean, we don't know what all of the political ramifications are. When the appeals process plays out, okay, so what happens if he loses his appeal and is sentenced, but is simultaneously the sitting president of the United States? We don't know. If he does go to jail, we know that the Secret Service is required to go with him. But look, the legal system takes a long time. Remember, this stems back to a conspiracy that began in 2015, payments that happened in 2016, and here we are in 2024. Although the world has known the facts of this case, most of them for 8 years, we're just finally now seeing a conviction on it. And the appeals process will similarly take a long time. And so ultimately, uh, the justice system will arrive at its decision, the judge will impose a sentence, and Donald Trump will have to abide by whatever those consequences are. But that could be a few months from now, it could be a few years from now. We just don't know at this point.